Hey guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm kind of whispering because Dave is sleeping in the other room. I have been on a declutter video binge. I've been really into watching them. I know Jessica Braun is doing hers right now, and Jack Lorraine is also doing hers, or Jackie, she's doing hers. And I look in my collection every day, and even though I did a smaller declutter a couple months ago, I feel like I can easily get rid of some things that I just don't use. They're just taking up space, and I just have to be a little bit more realistic because I do YouTube as a hobby, which is awesome, but it's not a career, and there's no need for me to have so much of everything. I also always have to keep in mind that at the end of the year I also have to keep in mind that by the end of the year we may be moving again, and I can't be bringing this huge beauty collection everywhere that we go. So I really need to downsize a little bit, and so I'm really wanting to have this new series be almost like a collection series slash declutter, because I was gonna do both, and I just thought I would just show you each section and then see the things that I get rid of, and then kind of talk a little bit more of the products that I'm keeping. So with that being said, I am going to be doing small sections. So normally I'll do like all lip products in one video or all eyes in one video, but I really want to kind of do really small micro categories. So this will, of course, be the biggest one because I always have to start with my lip stuff, because that is the part that very quickly gets overwhelming for me. If I have a ton, I normally just gravitate towards the one or two that are easy and ones that are just my favorites versus going in through my collection, because if I have too many options, then I just get overwhelmed. So let's just get into the collection slash declutter. Again, we are starting off with lips, and this is going to be lipsticks, and it's going to be lip liners. Now I don't have too many lip liners, and I know probably about 70% of them I'm going to declutter, so let's just get started. Okay, so we are going to start off with lip liners, and it's this little pile here, and I do this every single time, is that I just don't use lip liners. I really don't. I'd rather work with a lipstick that's gonna be easy versus having another step in my makeup routine. So these guys I'm gonna be very cutthroat with, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna be using the Smashbox one. So this first one is the Always Sharp lip liner from Smashbox, and it's in the shade Crimson. The color is beautiful, but I feel like it always breaks off, which is really frustrating because I would be like halfway done lining my lips and it just like snaps off, like it's too dry. I believe I got this one, yeah, I got this one as gratis, but it just isn't working out for me, so this one is a no-go. So I lost the cap of this one, unfortunately, and it just is drying up, and it was dry at the beginning when I did have the cap, so this one is just gonna be going away. This one from Red Apple Lipstick is gorgeous. This is in the shade Natural. It is pretty similar to the other one. It's a little lighter of a color, but it's gorgeous and it's a lot more creamy. And this one I got in my Petit Vour box, and I'm very surprised I like it so much. So this one I'm actually going to keep. This one from 100% Pure I'm also going to keep. This is in the shade Vino or Vino. It's a really pretty like wine color, as you can see, and this one is a creamier formula as well, so this one I will use, especially that dark of a color. I do like to have something. So these ones from Flower Beauty I don't like. They are too drying, they keep breaking off. I just am not about that life. So I have two shades here. Neither really worked for me. They are kind of dull in color compared to the other ones that I've tried before, so these are just not my favorite. These are going. Okay, so first off, we are moving on to lipsticks. I divide them all up into colored families, so that way I can see them side by side, because I feel like I've never done that when I do these types of videos. Let me just get that swatch off there. So let's start off with this one from 100% Pure. This is in the shade Noble. This is like a really true red, as you can see. I don't have many in my collection. Actually, this might be the only like true red that I have. It's gorgeous, as you can tell. I love this formula. It's probably my favorite formula here. Like, it's so good. And this is one of their matte ones. It's amazing. Next we have Wine and Dandy from Red Apple Lipstick. And another beautiful, super pigmented lip. The next one we have is from Fenty. This is just a 100-point gift in the shade... I can't read it. So it's in a very similar color. And this one does have more pigment, but it is more drying. And then the last one we have is from Juice Beauty, and this is in Luminous. And oh, and this one's a lot more sheer. So not really quite in the same family, but that would just annoy me. So this one is actually, that would actually annoy me. I know that sounds shallow, but I don't pick this one up. Maybe that's why. So, out of the other ones, I'm definitely keeping my 100% pure because it's like a true red. And then I don't need both of these guys. I think I am going to keep the Red Apple Lipstick one because it is more moisturizing. And the Fenty Beauty one, even though it's beautiful, they're too close in color of a shade that I don't wear all the time. So this one is going to go. Now, these three are all too similar. They're all in it's almost comical. They're so similar. So they're all from 100% Pure. There's two different formulas. We have their lip glazes, which is very sheer. And then we have their pomegranate anti-aging lipsticks. Both formulas amazing, super hydrating. This one is just a little bit more like a lip balmy type of texture, where this one is, it's so creamy. They're both really great formulas. Color-wise, they are very similar, and you'll see. So the first one is in, I can't see because they actually put a number on top of the shade because that was really helpful. But it is like this very, can you see that? Very pretty everyday coral. Then the next one we have is this one here, which is in Caroline. A little bit brighter, but still very similar. And then the next one is in Calendula. And you can see, like, these two are almost identical. This formula, the pomegranate formula, I do enjoy more. I feel like it is more hydrating. It lasts longer on the lips. So I'm definitely keeping this one. It's one of my most worn lipsticks in my collection. Out of these two, let me check these two as well because they're similar in color family. So we have this one from Urban Decay. This is Wired. A little bit more orangey, as you can tell. And then we have Cactus Bloom, which I think is a true orange. Yes, this one's a true orange. So this one I'm definitely keeping. I love this type of color in the summer. Again, this formula is fantastic. It does, all of the 100% Pure, by the way, is fruit pigmented, so they don't use any type of weird bugs or anything to dye anything with. All fruit pigmented. They are vegan, so just to let you know, good brand to go to. Definitely keeping this one. Out of the remaining four, I'm definitely keeping the Urban Decay. Absolutely, I love that color. That's this one here. Definitely keeping the 100% Pure Anti-Aging because they're just a fantastic formula. Out of these two, I'm not going to keep both. I think I will keep the darker of the two and just pass along the one that I can't even say the name because it's always covered. So I'm at least getting rid of one of those. Since we're in the corally red family, I thought I would bring these guys out. These are all also kind of that almost red, but not quite. They're like a cherry red type color. These two here are little YSL gifts with purchase that I don't use. They just get buried in my collection and they aren't cruelty free, so I am going to get rid of both of them. I've used them a little bit, but I really don't care to touch them any further, so these ones are gonna go. And then these two here, I'm keeping both of them. They're just two different, completely different formulas. This one, the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Chi Chi, is in a Project Pan, and it's very similar to the other orange color. Like, look how pigmented that is. That is awesome. This is in a Project Pan, as I've said, and it is similar to the other one. It is very similar to Cactus Bloom, as you can see. Like, color-wise, very, very close. The 100% Pure one is definitely, feels a lot lighter on the lips. You don't really notice it as much, where this one can feel a bit heavy throughout the day. I will keep both because this is actually going pretty quickly, and this is a color I use all summer long, so we'll be keeping it. And then I also have the Marc Jacobs. These are their liquid lip crayons. Like, look how smooth and glidey that was. It is gorgeous. I am keeping that one. So moving on to brighter pinks, you can see a very similar trend with what type of lipsticks I love. I love the 100% Pure line, as you can see. So this one here from YSL is just not bright enough. I know it's supposed to be like their little tinted oil, but in a stick form. It's just not the same, so this is gonna go. I have this one from 100% Pure. This one from 100% Pure is in Narcissus, and let's just take a swatch of that one. A lot brighter. It has like a deeper tone to it. Again, this formula is phenomenal. If you have drier lips or anti-aging lips and you want them to be a little bit more discreet, like they just don't make your lips look wrinkly at all. Like, I love that formula. This one does a little bit because it is a matte line, but both are so pigmented and creamy. You can't really go wrong with any of the 100% Pure lipsticks. And then this one is from Wander. It's a duo. So you have this color on one side, right there, and then on the other side is a lighter color. It's like a rose. No, I never picked this up. The formula it's mediocre. You know, it's cool that's dual-ended, especially if you travel, you want to have a couple options, but honestly, it's bigger than most lipsticks, so it's not like you're saving that much space, because if you put these on, like, look, it's like you're not really saving that much space. So for me, the other colors from a formula that I love, these two, are so similar to the one that is in the Wander Beauty one that I'm not a huge fan of. So I will keep the 100% Pure. They'll be a trend, and then I'm going to get rid of this Wander one. Alright, moving on to lighter shades of pink. I obviously have a trend. Now there is one missing, which is Audrey from Red Apple Lipstick, because it is currently packed because we are going away tomorrow. But that one is totally staying. And then this one is Petal Pusher, which is a beautiful shade of pink. I love this color so much. I wear it so often. It's just really flattering on my skin tone. Now this one here is from Soap & Glory. It's still sealed, so this definitely needs to go into my everyday makeup drawer. That is where this one is going before I make up my mind. This one from Juice Beauty is, let's see, this is in the shade Luminous. And it's a little bit drying. It's not my favorite formula. This one is gonna go. This one is, I think, expired officially. If you can see all around the edges, it's like dried up. I don't know if you can tell because of the shade, but I feel like it's expired. It's a more natural brand from Wander, and I just know I have other things that are better, so this one's gonna go. And then we already discovered that I am going to keep Petal Pusher, which is that pink. Oh, so gorgeous. So keeping that one. Moving on to my Rosy Nudes. This is obviously a type of shade that I love. This is also where Audrey would be. It's in this color family. It's my favorite. So let's just get going. Definitely keeping my Marc Jacobs, my liquid crayon in Night Mauve. It is so glidey. Like that, it's like, it's perfect. I love this color so much. Moving on to Glacé from Bite Beauty, another really good lipstick line. Almost identical color, as you can see. I do prefer the Marc Jacobs, so I am going to pass on this because too close of a shade, and I'd rather use something that I purchased versus something that I got as a free gift. So that's gonna go. I also have another 100% Pure lipstick. This is in the shade Mirage. Another beautiful rosy color. And this one is just a little bit different. It's a little bit lighter of a shade, so I will be keeping that one. This one here from Bobbi Brown. If they were cruelty-free, I would pick this up in a heartbeat. This is in Sandwash Pink. I have gotten my 100-point money out of this one, and it's very similar to the 100% Pure for color, so I will be getting rid of this guy. Beautiful color. Again, if they were cruelty free, I would be on them in a heartbeat. Next we have Flower Beauty. Their packaging is just stunning. And this is in the shade Berry More. A little bit darker of a color. Really do enjoy this formula, and the packaging is just fantastic. And I don't have any drugstore options for lipstick for some reason. This is one that I do enjoy. Very similar texture to the 100% matte formula. So it's a very similar texture to the 100% pure in the matte formula. So if you like the Flower Beauty ones, that's the similar texture of the 100% pure one if you're interested. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. I just like their lipsticks. Next we have this one from Ulta. I haven't tried this one yet, so this also needs to go into my... Oh, look at that. Oh, it's... You know, I'm not going to keep that one because it's very highly scented. So that one is going to go. Next we have a ColourPop Lippy Stick. Another beautiful rose color, and this is in the shade Lumiere. I do want to keep this one. And then this one from YSL is in the shade number 70. And, ooh, it's very creamy, but very similar to a couple of my 100% pure ones, so that one's going to go as well. So these are all the products that I'm keeping. I feel so much better. It feels a lot more refreshing because this whole thing is like, really, I can pretty much see everything that's in here. The other product I have is the one that is going into my everyday makeup area because I want to form an opinion on that. So we have that from Soap and Glory. So this is everything I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of 18 items and I'm keeping 21. So almost cut my lipsticks and lip liners in half, which is awesome. Like, that feels so good. So yeah, I feel like this is all products that I just avoid. I just look over, and I'm excited about the things that I'm keeping. Obviously, you can see the trend of which types of lipsticks I enjoy. I like the more natural lipsticks. I like just certain formulas. I like things that are easy and effortless, especially like these Marc Jacobs ones. Now that I have more space in my collection, I do want to pick up maybe one or two more. I know that sounds counterproductive because I just got rid of some, but it's just a really good line that I love. Like, I love those so much. So I'm not really going to get any other lip products unless it's more of these. Like, this is a formula that I could see myself getting for years and years. Same with the 100% pure. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I will keep my decluttering playlist down below. And I, again, want to do one of these videos a week. So make sure to stay tuned. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.